Hello, I decided to do my video on retina display. Um, I found this article on Smashing Magazine and I thought it had really good information and uh, images describing what it really is. Um, Retina display contains 2 to 3 times as many device pixels per inch than a standard density display. It's like the difference between a 400 thread count bed sheet and an 800 thread count bed sheet. The 800 count sheet isn't physically twice as large as the 400 count sheet, but has a much tighter weave and better quality. To the naked eye, a retina display produces images that are sharper and more lifelike because they contain more detail. Text is also sharper and more readable at small sizes, which is important for smartphones and other mobile devices that have smaller screens. It shows right here the device pixels. CSS pixels, it's an abstract unit used by browsers to precisely and consistently draw content on web pages. The CSS pixels are referred to as device-independent pixels, DIPs. One CSS pixel corresponds to one device pixel. This would use 200 by 300 device pixels to be drawn on a screen. The same div right here, that how we would do in our HTML, would be 400 by 600 device pixels in order to keep the same physical size. Here, this shows CSS pixels, the standard 2 by 2 by 2 equals the retina 2 by 2, but this 2 by 2 is a lot larger than this. It multiplies by 4, so these are a lot smaller and a lot clearer. On a retina display, 4 times as many device pixels are the same physical surface. So this shows how you can use it in your CSS, the Mozilla device pixel ratio WebKit. That shows how we can use it in JavaScript. Bitmap pixels is the smallest unit of data. A PNG, JPEG, GIF, etc. Each pixel contains information on how it's used to be displayed, including its position in the image coordination system and its color. Here it shows the same thing multiplied by 4, and so the bitmap pixel gets multiplied by 4 to fill the same physical surface on a retina display. Using HTML, you can use example at 2 times ping, which is be using width and height attributes in the image tag. Here it shows different ways to use your JavaScript using your functions, and load it this way. Saving files as the SVG, scalable vector graphics, are creating using mathematical expressions instead of pixels, which means they can be infinitely scaled, and their file sizes are a fraction of pixel-based graphics. So SVG, what we used in our logo assignment, it has almost universal support among modern browsers, including mobile versions. Some older versions of Internet Explorer doesn't have support for it, but This, regardless of the method used, raster images remain inherently constrained by their bitmap resolution. This is where the vector graphics have the advantage. Just like when you go into, you can do your vector image in Illustrator and save it as SVG in there, and it optimizes it. This Smashable magazine shows you a lot of good HTML image tags that you can use. Also in Internet Explorer, how to use that. Here's some SVG pros and cons. It's universal, easy, and future-proof. And cons, no pixel precision due to anti-aliasing, is unsuitable for complex graphics due to large file sizes. Favicons are getting their fair share of attention, being increasingly used outside of a browser, Chrome, as an iconic representation of our websites and apps. To make your favicon just retina ready, export a .ico file in both 16 and 32 pixel versions. You can use create your own ICO files with Apple's icon composers, and it's included in the graphic tools in Xcode or with Icon Slate. But here's some more ways to use it in some fonts, pros and cons using icon fonts, and a glimpse into the future. It closes by saying, like other major shifts, the web is currently undergoing an entertaining resolution independence. It will be a long journey. But we should probably start using more SVG files and to make sure everything is optimized, and all of our images are retina display, since that's where the future is going.